is by Idlehands Wolf. Uh, I mean, seems pretty stock so far, but both of these people have pretty much mastered these characters to absurd lengths. Ooh, we got a suck right immediately. That's pretty interesting. Truest seemed to have warded him off with those forward aerials a little bit, but it still seems like a very even game. Things are just being tossed out very lightly, one at a time, which is quite interesting. Uh, like, it seems like Idle Hands maybe has a slight advantage, but it doesn't really seem like it is by that much. Both of these people, I think they're staying very calm in the neutral. Not very fast, but I don't really think that any of these characters play very quickly, say.
I just want to throw in there. This is the first time I've ever heard the Fire Emblem Hero song get played in the game, like ever chosen. I
I did
have
not
like
even know they had Fire Emblem Heroes music in Smash.
it's
That's
like the
very
only
interesting.
one. I don't. I've 2,000 hours. I've never heard this song played.
Oh my gosh, that is really strange. Uh, yeah, I mean, Heroes' soundtrack, it is mostly remixes, so I guess it makes sense there is only one. But, enough about Fire Emblem Heroes, I guess. On to the match.
Wolf was basically a sortie. Oh, counts.
I guess that up smash is basically just a giant sword. Uh,
Certainly does not seem like it has a hitbox. I think is wild. But the sword, like normals, aren't really coming out through enough. Truest still has his first stock. Ending then lead too. And then like after the first like few hits, hasn't really been able to keep advantage, which you definitely want against someone like Yoshi.
yeah, but it looks like we got that funny up smash. So I mean, 108 to 0, but it still is the same stock. We'll have to see if Truest is able to kill. He seems to be not quite landing those.
Ooh, down B at a hit stun is not a common option. What if it was a misinput?
Perhaps. Uh, anyway, it seems like Idle Hands is racking up the percent to really even things out, but we'll.
The Tims are coming
Ooh,
through though.
that's a nice edge guard by Truist. Very nice, very clean. Uh, completely in the right
Hmm.
direction that you need it to be. Ooh, reflecting that egg. I don't think I've ever seen that match. It's quite interesting.
Like
Uh,
a lot of moves with like arcs, I feel like are always kind of weird to predict about where they'll get projected.
yeah. And also, I find this very interesting in that reflector actually reflects. That's not really something that you see, especially combined with the experiences that we have in Melee. Uh, anyway, you're seeing here again a reset to pretty much neutral, which is kind of weird given the sort of large differences in percent that we see in this match. But what's interesting is that's a large difference in percent, but I don't really think it's a real difference between advantage states, which I think is something that's quite interesting to see and really shows, I guess, the level of tactfulness and focus that these players are able to pull off.
Tech chase going with the dash attack. Oh, weirdly off stage, but I feel like for sure Idlehand's been cautious whenever Truest gets off stage, just opting to throw out more blasters rather than really frustrating, but the backer will take it. Game 1, Idlehands.
Yeah, I highly doubt that any of the characters will be different this set, given that both of these people, they have a very strong character, respective characters. I guess you do see Toothpaste Pyramithra come out from Idle Hands sometimes, I believe.
I've definitely
But
seen they're on using Sora quite a bit before what do you call it, winter break.
really, yeah. It's very interesting that we haven't really seen anyone really stick to Sora yet. Uh,
So
I was thinking that maybe Cruel Imposter would do it, but I don't know if he
I don't
does.
think True Imposter sticks with anyone. Anyone but
Uh,
Ganon.
yeah, anyone but Ganon. Yeah, no, he.
I think he claims to have legitimately picked up a wolf, but believe when I see it.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, same characters, same skins. I don't believe it's the same stage. We'll
Age.
have to see. Oh, Hollow Bastion. Yes. Uh,
I can definitely see this going for Yoshi. Less platforms means it's kind of harder for Wolf to get some of their combos.
yeah. Although if that's the case, I wonder why they didn't do FD. Maybe it just wasn't available.
Probably it, not banned.
Yeah, yeah. I don't really know if is FD really favored by any of these characters. Also, did you see a wave dash from Yoshi? Because I think I did see a bit of a slide. I mean, wave
I
dash is
It's a thing. People will use it surprisingly often nowadays.
really.
Like
I
watching, well, not maybe not everyone, but I know I've definitely seen like top players. I believe there's like an extra tech to get more distance on a wave dash. But I've definitely seen like MKLeo. Last few times I've seen him thrown in quite a few wave dashes or lands at least here and there.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I mean, it's a bit stiffer, but it definitely is a way to propel yourself into a direction that you want to be on when you fall, which is not really an advanced state you want to be in. We're
Yeah.
definitely seeing some very interesting interplay between the platforms. Speaking of, there's always seems to be people just one person just trying to poke, and it really just seems that it's really switching. Now though, not so much. And oh dang, that would have been really miraculous if that killed. Uh, but it
Oof.
looks like Idle Hands is taking the first stock. Very interesting.
Yeah,
But
overextension.
Truest is not really out for the count.
Truest, I overextended a little bit when going for an X jar and then lost the stage position, cost the stock. Again, lost stage control again, just has to fight way back into the center stage. And Idlehand's definitely not letting it come easy. But the boot, even Maris can man land in the set. Throwing straight out of the down smash. Takes another stock, 169. A lot of percent,
Yep,
but still,
indeed. A percent that is, I believe, most well known for being 13 squared and nothing else. At least I believe it's 13 squared. I'm not exactly sure.
you're
But,
right, you're right.
uh, oh dear. That was a bit of an unfortunate SD. Probably might have sealed Idle Hands a game if he went if that actually worked.
Yeah. If you had this high percent, or this much of a lead, it's fair game to take some risks if you think you can close it out. Speaking of risks, Bruce went like right next to Wolf Flash range when recovering, but Idlehands ain't trying to go that wild. I really want to see if like at least one of these times Islands will just try to go out there just to put some fear in him. 'Cause at this point, Bruce is feeling pretty comfortable just lobbing eggs, taking slow options when recovering instead of actually
Yeah,
trying
I
to.
mean he has a lot to lose, especially from a player like Wolf. So I think that it's in his best interest to play more conservative, which I think is what I'm seeing right here.
Yeah. I mean, Wolves definitely doesn't like going off stage for it, but they're recovering the same like upper left area each time.
And
But
there it is. We get our second game for Idle Hands, and Idle Hands takes the set. That was a very interesting set, I must say, because it is something that is uniquely methodical. Not a lot very crazy happened, which is not